Hello everyone and welcome back to Studio 44. We have a few stadiums to show you today. I got a couple that I made myself. I've got my first requested stadium to showcase, so I'm excited about that. And I have a couple that I found in the vault, so let's hop right to it. Alright, Busy Blake, I'm crediting you with my first official stadium request. Here it is, folks. DFW Park in Fort Worth, Texas. XYZ is the location, altitude of 100 feet, built in 2023, so it is brand new. I checked it out this morning and fell in love with it pretty much instantly. We have a row of luxury seats right along the left field home run fence, which I've always liked. I love the signage above the luxury suites. You got the Hit It Here sign, Texas Live, Busy Blake. I love it. That brick looks great, covering up that usual concrete above the luxury suites. Right above that, we have left field plaza seats, and oh my goodness, the all-you-can-eat patio. I'm in. Where do I sign up? I hear Texas has great barbecue. Let's do this. Cool sign. It looks great. I'm assuming that's on the back of a Hit It Here sign. Yep, very nice. Little scoreboard up here with DFW Park. Over in left center field, you got this awesome little deck or concourse, whatever you want to call it, using the roof of Dodger Stadium to kind of cover things up. Cool little picnic area in here. Behind that, we have the Texas Live all-you-can-eat patio. My goodness. All-you-can-eat in a baseball stadium? Ugh, that's got to cost a fortune. I also like this little enclosed area over here under the brick concourse. More sign letting us know that Busy Blake made this stadium. Excellent work. Like the cool bleachers underneath. DFW Park labeled right underneath. I like the different layers of the green running into each other and just kind of giving it a layered look. I always like that. What do we got here? A scoreboard making that green. Like it. Dig it. Right field's pretty standard. You got some field level seating with a upper deck above it with the show field sign. I like it. Cool patio over here with stand up to can. Oh, look at that. I like how he, oh, that's a great idea. How he made the sign bend by running into each other. Fantastic. Great idea. It's always cool when you find ways to fix that corner because they're so hard to deal with. Play ball sign in the background. You got a little creative with the upper deck and the seating behind home plate and the first and third base lines. I dig it. Another awesome patio over here. Again, if you've seen my wish list video, you know I'd love to see fans interacting with these seats. Hopefully that's included in MLB The Show 23. We shall see. Cool scoreboard if you're sitting here at the picnic table to see highlights or whatever. Another cool deck up here. Again, standing room only fans hanging up along those fences would be amazing. Overall, great stadium. Perfect stadium to fulfill my first request. I like it. Picked a good outfield. That's one of the better outfield patterns. Anything going on outside the stadium? Got the parking lot and the parking garage. Other than that, it's pretty standard. How about at night? What does it look like with the lights on? Looks awesome. I want to go to the... Is it all-you-can-eat barbecue? I'm in. Give me some all-you-can-eat barbecue. I'm not getting skinnier anytime soon. Let's do this. Alright, Busy Blake, thank you so much for your request. I hope I did the stadium justice. Looks fantastic. I like the quirky dimensions too. That's one thing I didn't really mention. A lot of stadiums, I feel like people feel the need to keep the dimensions where they are so you can use them online in competitive play. And that kind of goes away as soon as you mess with any of the dimensions. But to me, that's what makes baseball stadiums great. The fact that you can have the dimensions different in every single stadium. You know, basketball courts and football fields. Everything's 10 yards apart. You know, the touchdown, 50 yards in the middle, 100 yards across the whole field. Basketball court, 3-point distance, this is all the same thing. Baseball, that doesn't happen. You get to mix it up, and every stadium can be unique, and that's one of the main things I like about baseball stadiums. Same thing with golf courses. No two golf courses are alike either. So, yeah, fantastic job, Busy Blake. Thank you so much for your submission. I hope to see more from you soon. If not in MLB The Show 22, maybe 23, which we should be getting in about a month. Why don't I show you Lending Tree Park? It's in Charlotte, North Carolina. Altitude of 761 feet, built in 2022. Home of the Charlotte Spiders. We went with Spiders just because Charlotte's Web. I know it's kind of corny, but oh well, it was fun. We gave them Batman colors. Maybe I'll show the uniforms. They turned out pretty cool. I stole a Spider logo from someone in the vault, and it turned out pretty cool. Right field, I went with a bunch of luxury seating, or luxury suites, kind of capped off by almost a custom built-in to that huge parking garage or whatever this is. Maybe it's a warehouse, but kind of built in some fan seatings in there with a Hit It Here cafe above. I went with this new round building in the corner over here to kind of connect us to center field. Luxury suites in right center field. On top of that, concourse area. I always liked this cool building, and I saw some people put the luxury suites right in there, so I knew I wanted to borrow that idea for one of my own stadiums, and I think it turned out pretty cool here. We have a luxury suite above that as well, out of town scoreboard. When I do a hill, I always like to try to find a way to get fans or something parallel to the hill. I think it closes it off a little bit nicer. Over here, the luxury or the plaza level seating worked pretty well over here, or luxury, whatever you call these. Over here, I went with this huge upper deck. It's two upper decks on top of each other, making it one big, long, tall seating section with luxury suites right above it. Another circular structure over here next to the nachos and hot dog stand, with a little concourse right here that will lead you under to this plaza level second deck in left field. Again, we have more luxury seating. I don't know how well this would work. Seems like a lot of people will be walking back and forth and blocking their view, but you got a high wall in left center field with double scoreboardage in the fence. Again, I would love it if we could just make that a prop instead of having to open up the windows to be able to see that. I decided to close off the rest of the signage and make it a concrete wall or a brick wall over here. I think it looked pretty good. And it runs in, of course, to a pretty standard third baseline, hooking around to a standard first baseline. And this one I threw together really fast, but I think it was kind of fun. I tried to throw in the new hospital to make it look a little bit different in left field. I got the lights above the scoreboard. Again, I rarely keep the dimensions of the templates that they give you, so you never get to use these online, so it's a little unique. It's got some big gaps, very big gaps, but I think that turned out pretty cool for as little time that I spent on it. Above the upper deck, I put some concession stands up here. It's pretty fun. Home of the Charlotte Spiders. I'll show it to you at night. I like it. I hope you guys like it too. Let us shoot on over to the city of ABC in the location of XYZ, where we have Kirkland Park, altitude 100 feet above sea level, year built in 2022. I found this one in, I think, the forums on MLB The Show. They posted it in one of the stadium creator posts, and I wanted to check it out, and it looks pretty cool. I like how they use the orange shipping containers to kind of close everything off and layer it really nice for the bleachers. They got a cool concourse up here with a couple concession stands and a fountain buried in the wood deck. Cool idea. My favorite part, though, I think, is over here where you have this, like, I think it would be a standing room only area, like this grass area with a little path, and it shoots right under this deck of seating out into this plaza level out here, which is just fantastic. Looks great. Great idea. Then you got two sections of roofing put together to make this little arch. Looks great. Oh, fantastic. The only thing I hate about stadiums like this is that they came up with these cool ideas before me. And look at this. I like how they put this window in here. It's that same building I showed you earlier in my stadium, but he kind of covered it in the orange and had this window popping out, so I think that looks great. It's probably a restaurant or something in there. Of course, you got the Show 22 sign over here. Perfect scoreboard for this field level seating. And this reminds me of Anaheim, where it's got the two different angles of seating running into each other. Cool idea. Luxury seating running over right field foul territory. Pretty standard behind home plate and down third base line. But yeah, this plaza area is definitely my favorite part. Yeah, I would assume there's a bunch of maybe people on blankets and stuff out here, or maybe there's fans lined up against the screen to watch the ball game. Fantastic idea. Looks great. Cool little city out here as well. Awesome. Great job. Risen of Ashes. I dig it. The sun goes down and we turn the lights on. It still looks fantastic. Cool, unique bending of the seats in center field. I think it just, the way he blends the seats together over here, it looks very cool. Kind of looks like a mixture of old school with modern stuff. Maybe it was renovated a while ago, or they just wanted to give it kind of an older, rustic look. I dig it. Great job. Let's move on. Let us head over to Detroit, Michigan, where we have a stadium built in 2022, 5,255 feet. Looks like the ball's going to go a long way here. Big City is the name of the stadium. Let's take a look at this place. Awesome. Beautiful fountains in right and left center field. Pretty symmetrical. Of course, they're pulling the statues over from Comerica Park to place on the walls between the fountains. Hiding that green again, hiding those signs. Beautiful idea. You got some fans buried in the concourse out here, making it look like they're just standing around watching the game. See, again, I know it. I keep doing it. I keep going back to my wish list, but wouldn't it be great if we just had standing room fans that could be walking around? You don't have to fart around with burying people in here like this. I'm sure it looks great from far away, though. I love this deck up here on this wall above the arch. Again, the fountains go all the way around the outfield to this cool second layer down here. If you're not going to have stands in the outfield, I like how they get creative with different layers. Kind of, you know, again, I like the different targets in the outfield. You guys know me by now. Oh, he hit it over the trees into the fountain. You got the Bears. Very symmetrical. That's got to be a lot of tedious work. Looks amazing. I like how they use this brick concession stand over here to kind of create the concourse. Very creative doing that instead of using the same old marble slab or whatever from the concourse props. And this brick wall, people have gotten very creative with this. It was one of those newer props that got introduced in August. Cool pond behind the fountains. Looks great. I think these are like Chicago Cub buildings with the stands on top to watch the game over in the corner here. Oh, there's a hot air balloon. Look at that. Man, he went, wow, look at this attention to detail. He's got a construction crane way back here in the city. It's cool because he's in the middle of the big city, but it has such a natural look to it. Such a, you know, like a small town feel in here with the fountains and the pond and all that other stuff in here. It looks great. What a great mixture. Big, 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 tall parking garage over here. You can probably pay to park, then get in here and just watch the game without buying a ticket. A little bit different over here in left field, a different building with different bleachers on it. Covered section back here. Got some circles out here ready for some retired numbers. Again, that's another prop we need, a retired number prop, or better numbers in the lettering. That stupid wood slab numbers. I'm sorry, it drives me crazy. We need some new numbers out there. Awesome luxury seating over here in the corner. Look at the lights in here. The lights are built kind of right into the plaza level, or the lights are kind of built right into the walkway up above the upper deck. Let's take a look at it at night. Amazing. Something about the light hitting this water makes it look so cool. Cool, like sparkle to it. Man, great work. I found this one in the vault and downloaded it and used it a couple times. Thought I'd show it to you online. It's not my favorite infield grass cut or infield grass pattern, but man, it sure looks good. Fantastic work, Omega Zeus. Beautiful stadium. Again, if I ever give credit to the wrong person who created the stadium, please let me know so I can fix it in the comments or in a future video. I try to find the earliest person who uploaded the stadium and then the latest version of that same stadium uploaded by the same person. If that makes any sense at all, because I know, like myself, I'll work on a stadium, upload it, and then play through it a couple times and be like, I want to change something, and then re-upload it. So, but then in the meantime, 2 or 3 other people downloaded it and uploaded it themselves, and then it gets a little convoluted. But so yeah, I try to find the latest version uploaded by the first person to upload it. Okay, well, fantastic stadium. I don't know what else to say about it. It's gorgeous. We'll move on. We'll head out west for our final stadium tonight, Salesforce Field, San Jose, California. Altitude of 100 feet, built in 2022. Home of the San Jose Wizards. My brother created this team. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to putting a team named the Wizards in San Jose, but we're rolling with it. I named it Salesforce Field because I was in radio sales for a few years, and we used the Salesforce program, and I found out they were based in San Jose, so I decided to name the stadium after it. I've tried to get a little funky over here with the 2 different rows of scoreboardage out in right center field. I don't know if I quite pulled it off. It gets a little confusing as to where the home run fence is and where it ends and stuff like that, but I think it looks pretty cool. I haven't played enough games here, surprisingly, to see if it works that great, but I snuck this little concourse area in here, tried to throw in some some weird angled bleachers to make it look like fans are standing up against there watching the game, with a teeny tiny little concession stand back there. Bleachers above it. Don't think I've been here yet. With a home run ball, that's a poke. Again, I don't have the distances on the fences, so I don't know how far away they are. You can take a look real quick. 347 right down the line, so that's not exactly shallow. 392 in the gap. 396 over here, so that's not super deep in center field. Then another high wall at 321 in right. Come up with another little scoreboard over here, right built into the wall. Little mini patio up here next to luxury seating or plaza level seating. I guess it's considered plaza level seating. I think it's labeled plaza level seating, but it's got the enclosure above it. So I always tend to call it luxury seating. That's a big party. That's a big party of people to pay for a luxury suite. I wanted to have the concession area. It's kind of small in here. I don't think I spent the time to go all the way through it, but I thought it'd be cool if it opened up and went out onto the roof over here. I thought I put a fence all the way around the roof so our imaginary people wouldn't fall off, but I guess they only did it in front, so people could be standing up here leaning against the wall watching the game. I was thinking original Sky Dome when I thought of this area right here, like this enclosed restaurant, the dark restaurant. Same thing in Yankee Stadium above Monument Park, the dark windows. I kind of like that look for here. Left center field, we got the scoreboard right above some plaza level seating and some field level seating. A little crowded, a little congested over here, but those seats will be cheaper. I always like to try to make doors. I use a little townhouse or condo to substitute for doors. Scoreboard, bleachers next to the scoreboard. And this is where I give San Diego Studios some major props. The grouping option was such a great idea because I originally had this stadium way deep and I brought everything a little bit. So when I can group all these props and just pull them in and then bring everything else in, it makes it so much easier than in the 21 version of the game. So I feel like I've made a few derogatory statements about Stadium Creator. I should give credit when credit is due though. They built an amazing tool. They didn't abandon it in the first year at least. They did make some improvements, and I should give credit when credit's due. The grouping tool was definitely on my wish list last year, and they came through, and it's been such a great help. I put this building right next to the scoreboard. I thought it was kind of cool with the little tower, and I tried to make it look like fans were standing on this little ramp. I don't think I put it back together correctly, but oh well. Patio right down the left field line with a tree and the picnic area. Again, adding fans to make it look like you're sitting at the picnic area. Back here we have some more trees opening up to the street that lets you get into the parking garage. And I put the street all the way around. Like I said, I usually don't spend too much time outside of the stadium. I got a little different with a big, huge section of luxury seats in left field. I feel like San Jose's got to be pretty bougie. I've never been myself, but yeah, that's Salesforce Field. Let me know what you think. Any ideas for over here? Should I change it? Should I leave it? Should I rebuild it in MLB The Show 23? Is it worth it? I don't know where I came up with this idea, but I decided to kind of build a little fan section right inside the wall, and now it makes me want to do it in fair territory in the home run area. See how that turns out. I can show it to you at night. I feel like it's a little dark out here in right center field. I can easily fix that, I think. Maybe put some maybe I can put some lights over here to shine down in right center field. Yeah, definitely a little shady over there. I do like how this right center field section turned out though, as far as the little bleacher section above. I like using the street lights as pillars to hold it up. I hope in future games there's more pillars as a prop, but we'll see. I think it turned out pretty cool. It's a fun one. I haven't played many games here though. San Jose Wizards aren't in my division, so. And this stadium was first built in 22. I didn't build this one in 21 to carry over, so. But there it is. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed these stadiums. Please let me know if you would like me to showcase yours. Feel free to leave any notes on those stadiums that you would like to cover in the comments below. But you also need to make sure you leave your user ID and your stadium name so I can find it in the vault. I'll try to find the latest version of that stadium and I'll let people see it.
As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free, throw me a like. And you might want to make sure you hit that subscribe button because there's plenty more coming soon.